So much to talk about. Coming up, we're going to look at Germany and we're going to look at Kasich. Breitbart did a great service to the country and pulled together 8 or 10 quotes of Kasich. And there's a video that Drudge put up again where Kasich gives his agenda for illegal immigrants. It's going to stop you in your tracks, people. But before we go to that, let's talk about Marco Rubio's big win. Marco Rubio has won Minnesota. He has won Puerto Rico. And now he squeaked out a victory in Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. does get to vote in the presidential election. They have 3 electoral votes. And in the Republican caucus that happened over the weekend in Washington, D.C., he squeaked out a victory over Kasich. Rubio got 10 delegates. Kasich got 9 delegates. And Trump and Cruz knocked the rim off of those zeros. Both of them got 0 delegates. And all I can say is, number one, I love this. I love it. Why would I love it? Who do you think voted for Rubio? He's proving Trump and Cruz's point. D.C. is populated by wealthy Republican insiders, lobbyists, people who are writing checks, fat cats, people who want the status quo, people who want the establishment to stay in power, people who are part of the so-called conservative movement. They voted for Rubio. What does that tell you? It tells you that they don't want change. It tells you that they want the establishment to stay in power. And so for the last few weeks, all eyes have been on Marco Rubio, like he's the new Republican establishment campaign. He's the new Republican establishment candidate. He's collapsing in Florida. Tomorrow night, it's very likely that he's going to be defeated by Donald Trump by double digits, maybe 20 points or more. You know, there's a reason why people are protesting at Donald Trump's rallies and no one's protesting it at Marco Rubio's rallies. No one's protesting there. The reason is because so few people are going to Marco Rubio's rallies. Did you see the picture? He rented a football stadium, and everyone could fit in the goal line and maybe up to the 10 or 20 yard line. It was horrible. His campaign is collapsing in Florida, and we'll see if he decides he's going to stick it out. So anyway, Kasich got 9 delegates, Rubio got 10. We have created a tool for you to use. If you go to our website, it's absolutely free. You don't have to sign up for anything. You can download it. It's a simple PDF. It's a piece of paper that has every state, every date that the primary is going to happen for the Republicans, how many delegates are at stake, whether it's a winner-take-all state or a proportional state, and what role the congressional districts play in the outcome. It's all there for you for free. We've done all the research. I've made my predictions. And by the way, my first predictions for March 12th and this past Saturday, March 8th and March 12th, were almost spot on. I'm predicting that Donald Trump is going to win the nomination. And I'm showing how he can win, even if he loses Ohio, which I think he will lose. Even if Trump loses Ohio, I think that he can win the nomination. And I show you how. And even if he loses Pennsylvania and Delaware, it's all there. It's my prediction. I'm going to eat humble pie if I'm wrong. And you Cruz supporters, if you want Cruz in the remaining states that are left, if you want him to win, it's time now to get off your hind end and fight like crazy for him to win. But I've made my prediction knowing the electoral map, knowing the mood of various states and what they're made up of in the Republican electorate. And I've made my prediction. I'm going to let it stand all the way through the end of the primary, and we'll see if I have to eat humble pie or how correct I was. All of that aside, take advantage of the tool. It's there for you to use for free so you can make your own predictions. And I'm going to talk about Germany when I come back, and Kasich, who is now rising as the fair-haired Republican establishment candidate, so much so that Mr. Perfectly Tanned and Perfectly Groomed is going to go and campaign for him. Who is that mystery figure?